guys, I'm Vanessa and I'm back with another video. I just laughed at my cat because she's weird. I pulled the curtain down on one of the windows out to the voliere, and I usually do this, but for some reason she's very interested in that right now. So if I'm a little bit distracted, that's why. This is my weekly wrap-up thing, where I talk about the books that I've been reading over the past week. And last week wasn't my best reading week at all. I ended up finishing 2 books, but so that's still fine. The first thing that I finished over the week was Treachery and Death by Robb. This is the next book in the Index series that I'm reading. And this one follows... Do we need to get out again? Anyway, so just to... Treachery and Death is... the title makes sense in this one. We're following our main group, and Peabody, who is Eve's assistant, sort of goes into to train. She's a little bit overweight, probably. At least that's what she describes herself as. So she wanted to go to the gym to sort of work out, but she didn't want to be looked at with a weird look. You know, sometimes that's something that people think that is happening when they go to the gym in the beginning. And so she goes to this gym that she knows that people don't use because it's very old and it's not very good. And after she's done, she's in the shower and she hears someone coming in, and they talk about something they've been doing, that they've been killing off someone. So they know there's a corrupt cop. And they actually mention names, so she knows who it is, but she has to stay completely quiet and stuff because she's fears for her own life if she's discovered where she is. And then she goes to Eve to let her know about these things. And then it starts going off from there, and they find the body that they were talking about, and then they start an investigation. And it just turns out more and more things that this department, this specific person has been doing over the past time. And it's about how they get her down and get her the justice that she deserves. For corrupting the police department in that way. But it also has to make sure that there are actually evidence so that they can't do anything about that, against it, whatever. It was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know how it was definitely very good. I don't know if it's a 5 stars, but I definitely enjoyed myself with it. So it was very interesting in that way. I probably will give it 4.5 stars though, but still a very solid read. The other book that I finished over the past week was finally I finished Dreamfever by Karen Marie Moning. This is the 4th book in the Dreamfever series by same author, by the author. I definitely spent way too long between reading the 3rd book and the 4th book, and I forgot that it ended in completely ended in a cliffhanger. I can't really talk very much about specifics of this book because it's so far into the series and there's been cliffhangers, and it's just... But I think people say that they think that these books just get better and better. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older and I've read so much more now since reading the beginning of this series. But I definitely didn't enjoy it the same way that I did in the beginning. It was still fun. I had fun with it for a while, and then I put it down for a long time and had to pick it up again. And I think the ending was a little bit weirdly structured, but then again it ended on a really big cliffhanger. So I definitely need to read the last book, because I want to see how this all ends up. I think it's a 3.5 stars probably. And then we'll see what I decide on when I finish book 5, because I feel like book 5 is the last bit with this specific series, and then there was some companion novels that came after. At least that's what I feel like. So yeah, these are the things that I've been finishing, and then I've been making progress on The Will of the Many by James Arlington. I am now over halfway done with it. I am on page 369, about to start chapter, hold on, I don't remember. L is like 50, right? No, 40 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 37, 39, 40. Ah, so 40 is XL. Okay, wait. So 43, chapter 43. I don't know. I should be good at rune numerals, but apparently not. Yeah, so it's 620 pages, so I have about half of it left. But I'm enjoying it still. I'm just making slow progress on it, and I hope that I can, obviously, I really hope that I can finish it over the next week. Because I want the next weekend, I want to do some major reading from the books that I haven't gotten to yet this week or this month. So I hope I don't have too much left when we get to the weekend, so I can actually get through some books. We'll see. I don't know. At least I'm done with gymnastic stuff, sort of. I don't know. I only have one more, but that's on a Monday, where we usually have our training thing, because that's the last season ender thing. On the 31st of March, and then after that we have a sort of break, and then we start training up again, because we have this thing. It's sort of a gymnastics festival, if you will, but it also actually has football and stuff, but it's called just, I don't know how you say it, but it's sort of a camp like thing where everyone gets together with these gymnastics and other type of sports, and yeah, it's a whole big deal and a lot of shows and stuff. So we're going to that. It's going to be a 4-day event, so, but that's in the beginning of July, so that's a bit of a time to that. But I don't know when we start up with the training for that, probably in May. That's my guess. So those are things that I'm working on. Had I started another audio? I don't think I started another audio, because I finished it on Friday and I just listened to music on my way home. But I definitely need to get started on some audios next week. I've only listened to 3 audios this month, so I definitely have quite a few audios on my plate that I haven't gotten around to yet. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. And I also have to get started on some more of my TBR books. Now that I'm done with my currently reading books, I'm going to pick up, I don't know if I'll definitely pick up the manga over the week, and then I'm going to be picking up probably my mystery book as well, because that's on my Kindle, so I can read that before bed. And then I will still trek on with The Will of the Many until I finish it, and then we'll see next weekend how much I have left from my March TBR. So these are the things that I've been working on over the past week. So it's a very short one this week, because I didn't have very many things to say. But yeah, it's okay. At least I finished some things, and definitely happy about that. Let me know in the comments down below what you have been reading over the past week. Have you read in the books that I've been talking about today, and what were your thoughts on them if you did? And what are you currently working on? Also let me know about that in the comments down below. Yeah, so this was everything I had to do this week. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.